Yes, the title is the title. I see a lot of people crying about clickbait. Listen, not your echo chamber. So no, it's not clickbait. It's the truth. And the truth hurts. But the Trump administration is screwing up this entire Epstein situation. Look at all these motherfuckers right here standing around with a folder that says the Epstein files like it's Christmas fucking day. We're talking about child predators. We're talking about people that are in the real world right now that harmed children, and they're treating it like a fucking weekly television show release. This is bullshit. On top of that, Anna Paulina Luna said I nor the task force were given or reviewed the Epstein documents being released today. A New York Post story just revealed that the documents will simply be Epstein's phone book. This is not what we or the American people asked for, and a complete disappointment. Get us the information we asked for. This is absolutely insane. So we're just going to get his fucking phone book. That's all we're going to get right now. And then they're going to, again, if you remember, famously on Friday Night Tights, I argued for the binge model release because I feel that giving people the option is the best way. If you like the weekly model, you can still watch it weekly with the binge model. Give everybody the fucking binge model on the Epstein files. I don't want a weekly fucking release where you can drag this shit out and turn it into a shit show. I want the binge model. Release that shit all together right now. Again, there are powerful people right now walking around that are more than likely on that Epstein list right now. The people voted for transparency, and the people want to know those names. This is not a fucking game. Listen to this. Listen to Alina Habba talk about this right here.
Jeffrey Epstein files, we're told, are to be imminently unleashed. And already we saw the Attorney General Pam Bondi say that it's the scale of what happened is far worse than anyone realized. Well over 200, maybe 250 victims. And that we're going to get information either later today or tomorrow from these files. What can you tell me about that?
I believe it will be today. I was just with, I saw Pam and Cash in the White House just before coming on your show. And I can tell you that I haven't been privy to it yet, but I know it is coming out. They will be taking portions of it. We have to be patient. And I said this last night at a dinner with some media. And I said, I think America needs to remember one thing. We are going to be promises made, promises kept. But when you're dealing with victims, and by the way, this is a perfect example of a case that was vetted, that went through trial, that had testimony, and was prosecuted the right way. I don't preemptively attack. That's just not the way I operate. But in this case, in Epstein's case, it is incredibly disturbing. We have flight logs, we have information, names, that will come out.
Is it going to be shocking?
I don't see how it's not shocking that there were so many individuals that were hidden and kept secret and not.
So again, I'm just saying, like, listen to the language. We know that it's bad. And all I'm saying is don't treat it like a television show. This is real life. This is real stuff. This is the worst of the worst. It shouldn't be treated like a show. It's real life. That's my problem right now. Optically, they are screwing this up. Now, really quick, because I just saw this. So one of the people that received the binder today was Jack Posobiec, who you could say what you want about Jack Posobiec. Jack Posobiec has always been Trump, Team Trump, 100%. He's always been there. Cernovich has not been. But from my understanding, Jack Posobiec has always been a loyal Trump supporter, so I give him credit for that. Jack Posobiec, who received the Epstein Phase 1 binder, just revealed on his show that he has not gone through the Epstein flight logs, the entire contact sheet released today. We need to understand what is new and what has already been released. This is Phase 1. They're setting the stage for everyone. It's not a TV show. This is full transparency. This is how it works. These cases involve victims of some of the most heinous and disgusting crimes known to man. They're setting the stage for everyone. The stage was set. The stage was set on January 6th, 2021. Okay? We've been through this. We don't need kid gloves anymore. We need you to release this shit to the public so we know what's going on. It's that simple. This is not complicated at all. Attorney General Pam Bondi reveals in a letter to the FBI, Director Kash Patel, that the FBI is withholding Epstein documents from her. Really? Dear Director Patel, before you came into office, I requested the full and complete files related to Jeffrey Epstein. In response to this request, I received approximately 200 pages of documents, which consisted primarily of flight logs, Epstein's list of contacts, and a list of victims' names and phone numbers. I repeatedly questioned whether this was the full set of documents responsive to my request, and was repeatedly assured by the FBI that we had received the full set of documents. Late yesterday, I learned from a source that the FBI field office in New York was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictment of Epstein. Despite my repeated requests, the FBI never disclosed the existence of these files. When you and I spoke yesterday, you were just as surprised as I was to learn this new information. By 8 a.m. tomorrow, February 28th, the FBI will deliver the full and complete Epstein files to my office, including all records, documents, audio and video recordings, materials related to Jeffrey Epstein and his clients. Regardless of how information was obtained, there will be no withholding or limitations to my or your access. The Department of Justice will ensure that any public disclosure of these files will be done in a manner to protect the privacy of the victims in accordance with the law, as I have done my entire career as a prosecutor. Whew. But again, why are you releasing files and documents in folders to influencers in phase one? None of this makes sense. I don't like this. This is terrible. We should have never. This is a fucking joke right here. This is a mockery of the Epstein situation. This is a mockery of it. Why are you happy to hold a fucking file full of pedophile behavior and hundreds of victims? Why does that make you happy? Why are you fucking smiling? The optics are fucking terrible. This is not something to be happy about. It's absolutely disgusting. It pisses me off. Same energy right here. I got the N64, guys. Look at me, guys. Same energy. Man, this is not something to be happy about. This is not something to be bragging about. It's not something to get social media traction over. This is something that the American people voted for, and the American people should be getting transparently, period. Now, in terms of this email from Attorney General Pam Bondi to FBI Director Kash Patel, I love this. I love that we're getting this information. And I love that they're showing this to us. I'm wondering why you didn't just go ahead and deliver this to your favorite influencers too, and they can hold that up and pretend that they got an N64 for Christmas as well. Why didn't you go ahead and do that? Why did the American people get the transparency of this email, but we can't have the transparency of whatever's in those documents in those folders? Why is that? Explain that one to me. Here's Laura Loomer. Gee, thank God a sports reporter was given first access to the Epstein files at the White House today. Glad we have to get the files from a sports reporter. Aren't you glad you have to wait for a sports reporter in a MAGA hat to dig into the files for you? Unreal. This is what I've been saying, dude. This is why I'm a huge Trump supporter. I'm a huge MAGA supporter. I don't want to be part of this group of people that just because you're putting a MAGA hat on, you get acceptance.
I saw y'all on the internet coming from Kash Patel saying he's day 5 and we haven't gotten the Epstein files. Well, I'm here outside the West Wing, and look at what we got today. The Epstein files, baby. Let's make America safe again.
What are we doing? This is so bad. This is horrible. What the hell are we doing? I am astonished at how bad these optics are right now. Attorney General Pam Bondi is launching an investigation after the FBI field office in New York allegedly withheld thousands of Epstein documents. Bondi says a source has come forward claiming the field office has thousands of pages of docs. I repeatedly questioned whether this was the full set of documents responsive to my request, and was repeatedly assured by the FBI that we had received the full set of documents. Late yesterday, I learned from a source that the FBI field office in New York was in possession of thousands of pages of documents related to the investigation and indictment of Epstein. Despite my repeated requests, the FBI had never disclosed the existence of these files. When you and I spoke yesterday, you were just as surprised as I was to learn this new information. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. It's like a joke. It's like a social gathering for a bunch of influencers that want social media attention. This will go down. All of these people that are standing there smiling, this will stain their entire career. Like, this is horrible. This is terrible. The GOP just trolls everybody with this right here. You click the link, okay? And you click this, and it's a Rickroll. So they're Rickrolling you right now. With this post, they're Rickrolling you. What are we doing? This is insanity. I can't wrap my head around how disastrous this is. So yes, it is a total disaster for the Trump administration right now.